Okay. Is he gonna, like, how soon can he link up with Guwon? How soon can they make plays around the map? Which lane and matchup can they influence the most to snowball the game forward? A bit of time, yeah, for Monkey looking at the lane states and just the reset timers that NIP are on to say, hey, I can sneak this objective away. And I think Chemtech is a nice thing to have in the back of your pocket when you're talking about all of these health stacking, tankier topside members. So both teams actually no ult keys for their top laners. They haven't started up. Guwon gets the first one.
We're ghosting. There's that equalizer, but there's no follow-up to be had yet. Awesome.
Everyone's
just getting
here.
to the party. Teleport coming through. This is a very slow
Guys, we
teleport
have to
for
save
About,
him.
and everybody's lying in wait. He's immediately going to flash away. There's that bullet time.
Ooh.
Doing good damage. About Yao Yao. Go down. Huge kills. Guwon will fall. It's a 4v3 for now. It's Cuban Monkey getting chased down. You know Care wants it. He's going to miss the seismic shove, but both members of WE will be split apart, and both members of WE will fall. It's just a matter of time before they catch up to Monkey, but it looks like they backed Care. I'm a little surprised. They didn't want to ride the wall to get close. Equalizer from downtown. Will get it done with the Arcane Comet.
Bullet time set up there for the Misfortune,
picture.
exactly like how the comp wants it to. Is we go back to live, and suddenly I think a death just occurred on the screen there.
Still doesn't have that ultimate yet, and it is so hard to kind of stop the assault from Mundo walking forward in this NIP team comp. We talked about how they don't really have great ways to pop that shield, but they do have an equalizer and a bullet time over the top. Awesome, ripping him to pieces once again. He's gonna take on About while Karis finds himself somehow near the blue buff. And About, I'm sorry, brother. You don't have flash because of that ill-fated TP, and you don't have a life anymore. Awesome is 5-0 on this Misfortune.
We talked about the Misfortune needing to be the catalyst for NIP success. The damage needed to come across, so those top lane, NIP 2-0, you know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. Redact those sentences right now, because we got 20 minutes coming up in about 7 minutes. So wait for the 2 zeros in the chat. Hold those off until then. Fortune, Yanni. So one team is definitely coming in with more firepower than the other.
And not only that, NIP have all the go buttons. You know, we talked about how WE doesn't really have that. Tro's gonna be able to portal over the wall, gets a heal for himself.
Oh my God,
gonna
Monkey!
Continue to chase after him, looking for more. Zhuo getting very low. Karis coming through, as well as Yao Yao forces away the rest of NIP. It's a big pick.
Oh my God, they're angry!
With the equalizer and the bullet time. Monkey goes down, and that could be Herald over to NIP. And this time they get his flash.
Yeah, good fancy feet coming out there as they basically are conceding the topside objective now, looking for a dive onto Hoya.
Yep, and we're even getting the Braum showing up to the party, but he's the one who snags the kill.
Needed to go into the pockets of one of these carries. Guwon is going to be able to get this Herald, and then when he places it, we'll probably be able to trade 1-for-1 with those towers. So that kill gold needed to be the difference. Is now Awesome might be in trouble.
Awesome sidesteps the chains. The block is there. Awesome still trying to stay upright.
Wait, what? Karis got the Herald.
Wait a minute, Karis? Yeah, Guwon was just too low, and now Karis rope warps in.
What?
What was caught? Big stun going down, but everybody's just standing there menacingly. Karis getting his third kill, and now Hoya with a teleport on the bottom side, flashing past the Dark Procession, and he said it's time for the solo laners to clean up, but it's Cube who was left alone with Care to make this a 1-for-1 on the bottom side. Disaster strikes for NIP.
The bot lane is, speaking of bot lane, we got action in the bot lane again.
Well, Hoya said, this is what you get for killing my friend. As he leaves him alone with Care for the second, but Guwon said, no need to worry. Up in that top side, though, saw big things happening. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you don't even need the Tempered Fate, but guess who's coming in from behind? It's Monkey and Karis. And that magical journey's not going to get you far enough away. Monkey ready to frontline. Doesn't have great health. But Guwon's going to shove him off. All right, here we go. What are we going to see? Awesome with the bullet time. It splits the gap between multiple. Monkey goes down. Yao Yao may find himself dead very soon. We're waiting for the seismic shove to come in, but it does not land, and Yao Yao will be able to walk out.
And it just kind of felt like WE, they were going in one by one. They weren't able to be a collective front in that team fight. It starts with About going down, and then Cube and Monkey trying to save face end up falling as well. NIP win out on the exchange.
But yeah, past 20 minutes and NIP have a gold lead. That means that Team WE is in that comfort zone that we were talking about. And to their credit, they have fought back over the last few minutes. Remember that this was a
biggest threat to your win condition definitely is the mid laner of WE right now. So I think she could go Serpents as Monkey is, you're not
he's going
that
where he
strong,
pleases. He's going where he pleases for sure, but now he's got to use his ultimate knock up onto Awesome, chunking him out. Nothing more to be had on the bottom side.
Into vision around the bot side. That tower is also extremely low. I feel like NIP need to be willing to guard around that area. As yeah, you can't really guard around this though. Monkey is just gonna face tank the tower, but still, without that ultimate, I feel like NIP should have the ability to walk into that bot side river. Looking across the board, WE, all of their members have Flash, except for Yaoya, who elected to go for the Ghost Teleport. So I'm looking at that Cataclysm to be a big thing to burn those
big
stuns.
damage. Awesome's in trouble. He's very low. Okay, he'll get the portal out, trying desperately to get away.
Oh!
Snipes him from downtown, and that means that NIP has got to run. Will they look for a re-engage? 2,000 HP on the Dragon. Instead, NIP say, we are out.
One finger, and they want to take the whole arm.
Quacks, we have seen many teams go up one member and say, okay, we can do the Baron now. This is not the same Baron as 2025. Kara's trying to do what he can to get some pressure onto NIP on the side, prevent them from getting an equalizer. Does good damage. Karis over on the side. Oh, gets a big shield. Baron secured for Team WE. Karis goes down. Kerjwo and Hoya are low as Guwon gives his life for the attempt. And Team WE have knotted up the gold.
Out. Now I feel like the game has really been flipped on its head, Yanni.
You're so right, Quacks, and this is kind of the problem that happens when you are so strong, right? And you feel like that you are, you know, one of the sole reasons that your team is still in the lead when the game is shortened up. You're like, I have to make this play. I have to squeeze the most out of my champion, but Misfortune doesn't have that repositioning tool. Having to just rely on that magical journey is very, very difficult. Now Team WE looking to push up a little far. Here's that magical journey. They're going to pop Monkey's shield as Yao trying to get away, but that equalizer on top is going to be big problems. And there's that bullet time too. Yao is going to be the one to fall. Karis will realm warp his way in, but just a little late. Now Zhuo forced to flash away from that dark procession. Monkey continuing to walk forward with a blast plank, gets Hoya out, and NIP make their escape.
Yup, it's a 1-for-0. It's just Yao that goes down, but the Baron buff is still on a lot of the critical members here for WE. So even though NIP get the kill, they're still kind of having to play maintenance duty here, Yanni. They're still having to pick up these waves, absorb the pressure that WE are putting in mid and bot, and that isn't really allowing them to progress the game. But this might be the opportunity.
You can see NIP starting to get real low.
Oh god,
and Karis is able to get away. They find Guwon, and the siege can continue.
Guwon trying to get the flag and drag, but Karis is too far away. Even if you get that CC down, I don't think the rest of NIP are really capable of walking in at this point. The Rise is just too tanky. The front line is just too strong. WE, the 20-minute post buff to this team. It's a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let there be no doubt about it.
Karis and Monkey have been on the map for quite some time. Yao and about, now rejoining their squad, continuing to siege on two fronts, mid and bot. So we all know how difficult Yorick can be to try to shove off. There's that mid turret going down as Team WE look to get inside the base of NIP. Equalizer will be able to clear out most of the wave and will force off Team WE.
To attack WE from pockets of vision that wouldn't normally be possible.
That realm warp.
Here we go.
Yao, Monkey there. There's a good tempered
in the back.
Karis is ghosted up, and yeah, there's Cube from behind, causing a lot of problems. Kara gets caught too, and it's going to be a 5v3 right now, Quacks, as Team WE are looking to take multiple inhibitors, maybe even the base.
I mean, I like that equalizer there from Hoya, cutting down the wave for size and kind of forcing.
Oh, I know, they found him. They found him. For sure.
Get him.
Whoa, you got to turn into a minion, brother. I know you're not Nico, but you got to turn into a minion. They see you, brother. He's dead. Tough. You lose the dragon too. I mean, this is just a very terrible sequence for NIP that was really started by Karis' roam. 30 minutes into this game, and the best part is for Team WE, they could wait. They have scaling on their side. They could take an Infernal Soul if they want. Care. Trying to do something here. He goes down. There's that bullet time, but Awesome's got to cancel it. Meanwhile, Monkey is just mean mugging everybody. And there's that realm warp. Karis, though, is losing most of his shield. will be able to zone himself. Exhaust down onto Hoya while he is able to claim Karas's life. That is an ace for Team WE in their comfort zone, down at 20 minutes, but not out. The resiliency of this team is one to marvel at as they take game one.
Team WE doubters, people saying 2-0 for NIP in the chat. You know who you are. WE say not today. We're looking for the 3-0.
Looks like Mel will be the pick for Team WE. She's still the same as she ever was for now. She is going to be getting some changes in the future. But for right now, it is the classic Mel we all know and love. So going to have opportunities to block out that thrush hook up just like this. Try to help Karas out in any way he can. Bot lane, hook into the chompers. This is a problem for Yao Yao. He doesn't really have a way out. Dark Passages get him a little bit closer. Double root is there, but Yao Yao turns around and goes down. It's first blood over to Awesome.
It's a slingshot.
Yeah, it's not the greatest item. So with Grubs being done on the top side, NIP have realized this is probably happening. So Guwon has the R button. He's ready to use it. About as like, Yao Yao, please. All right, Yao Yao's got to stay under the turret here. The root's going to go down onto Zhuo, so that turret's going to be doing some damage. Moonlight Vigil coming out as well. Dark Passage to try to get him out, and he will be able to escape. It's Zhuo taking him out, and now round two potentially. About's got red-white, but he has to get away from the turrets, trying to escape. You mentioned it. About flashes away. Pretty huge. Given the fact that look at the CS differential coming out right now. It's about 25. I mean, Mel, one of those annoying champions to deal with, but he has done so well so far.
Yeah, I mean, Karas just has basically a stranglehold over priority here in the mid lane. That's just how it's going to work with Mel, because you're so good at having that range and so good at dissuading and disengaging any fight.
He gets to the blast cone. Will there be a turnaround hook? Not going to land. Take the blast cone over the wall.
They're going.
Does have that ultimate. They want to go fight over this crowd. About an Awesome 1v1ing.
Oh,
ultimate does not hit About, but About is still in trouble. Moonlight Vigil is eaten by Guwon, and now it's Awesome trying to reset and do things. Zhuo in trouble. There's Care over the top of Between Worlds. Yao Yao's in trouble. Karas has to retreat to the safety of the turret. It's NIP cleaning up that fight.
Members for the NIP squad, and no objective for a while, so it perplexes me why we would be fighting here, but it looks like we might.
Okay, we're going to go after Zhuo, but a big double flay. About's got red-white, so that might be the reason for the fight. Guwon sticking around, going to get rooted up.
Oh,
goes down.
No, Zhuo, come on.
This is a problem. Awesome is dead. It's a shutdown for About. There's the root onto Guwon as well, and the Golden Eclipse getting Karas's first kill of the game.
And I mean, that's just unlucky. Zhuo moves out of the way of the dredge line. Yao Yao hits the 80 carry of NIP. An awesome deja vu flashbacks to game number 1, where he got picked off in a moment that he should not have.
From using the ultimate on Awesome and get Awesome out of there. The Thresh main, by the way. I would have done the exact same thing. High level Thresh main. Anyway, Rickon getting started up. Monkey says,
Monkey's just
time
right
to make
there.
some monkey business happen. It's going to be Herald going over to NIP. Hook going in onto Yao Yao, and he's not going to be able to go out with those choppers. But downtown, the Moonlight Vigil. Meanwhile, on the top side, Cube's in trouble. He slices the back line. It's good damage, but it's just not enough. About's up too far, and he falls too. NIP taking the game back in their hands.
And WE didn't really have any setup around that objective. They go into the topside river late. NIP are just there with the superior setup. To Wayne, it's very close to completely striking 0. And now Zhuo hooking Monkey, but doesn't throw the Dark Passage out until now.
Well, Alsper's getting the reset. That forces Monkey splash over the wall. Guwon's there to follow. Super Mega Death Rocket picks up the kill as well, as NIP are starting to roll.
Yup, and now teleport here from
the risky teleport.
Safe base. It is definitely.
Hoya's
going mega.
Go for a hook. Look for a big play here. About is able to free hit, but there's nobody left alive. Care coming through with that ultimate. The turret will finally fall, but it's an ill-fated defense by WE that does not work out.
Yeah, I mean, Hoya was about to go mega. That was a very ill-timed teleport. NIP.
It's got to be this one, right?
Surely. Oh, Guwon.
Oh, this is a problem.
Goodbye,
yeah, About just has nowhere to go. It's another kill for Awesome. It's his 4th of the game. Meanwhile, up on the top side, Hoya will flash away. Teleport coming in. Chorus, though, looking for the chase. Golden Eclipse gets it done.
That's pretty bloodthirsty. I mean, Karis expending that flash means that Guwon has his sights set on more than just the Aphelios as well as the flash.
Yeah, this could be a problem. Monkey
Cares on the area. It's 3v4.
Up there's Cube. Awesome's got a flash away, and that means that Zhuo is hung out to dry. And now they're going to look for Guwon next, taking a bite out of Crime as Monkey as they chase him down, land the hook, and the rest of the team is there to take out Guwon. It's a double for Karis.
And now Karis is somehow 5-1. I mean, this Mel is super far ahead now. Is going to back with a ton of gold in her pocket. And really, I think WE needed this. They needed someone that was capable of challenging.
Side of Team WE, they can only see Zhuo for the moment. We'll see if WE want to go over to this Baron. About does not have the white gun, so I don't think it'll work as well as they want. Awesome and Care will take care of the rest. Super Mega Death Rocket just to scout things out. Yeah, we have red-white now.
Yep, we have red-white. Cube is in the area. You can see he still has that shield for about 10 seconds more if he can look for a flank.
All right, there's
we
Dominus
go.
Flashes over the wall, just trying to get onto key targets, but he can't. Awesome, good repositioning, hook onto Cube, and there's Hoya on the backside. Go on with a big ultimate, his red-white won't be able to save you about. Hook to Yao Yao. Karis finds a kill. Yao Yao's still in there, but Monkey has let him go as well as Karis. It is a one fight for NIP, 3 for 2. Baron has been started up by the side of NIP. Teleport coming in from Karis to join the rest of the team as they know this is going on, but it's getting ripped apart by Awesome. You got to get close, WE. What are you going to do? We're looking to go in. They are going to secure it. There's the Malphite ultimate on the backside.
Go on!
About again and blow him out instantly. Karis and Monkey desperately trying to fight out of a corner, but they just can't. Monkey's got to flash away, and NIP are in full control.
And Guwon plus Care, I mean, it's the ultimate from the Malphite, and it's the ultimate from the Aurora, that the AoE is just too strong for Team WE. They all end up falling. The Baron is secured. NIP are looking to hand WE their first loss and take us to game number 3.
Here on this bottom side. More plates going into the pockets of NIP as their gold lead nears almost 6,000. Harsh is trying to get any chip damage he can on some of these targets. If you can whittle them down, maybe you can do something, but as long as NIP plays this out carefully, you'll be in a good spot. You're very interested in it.
And About is, you know, he's going places. I don't know where he's going.
He's doing cardio right now.
Yeah.
He's just trying to find camps. He's trying to find anything to get gold shoveled into him to try to be the carry that Team WE needs. Well, this Baron is up.
Trade deal. I get Grom.
I mean,
you get Baron.
Well,
Thoughts?
About also gets this turret. Like, that is relevant. I mean, that is confusing, but I understand the thought process. Yeah. I don't like it, but I understand.
I mean, at this point, you really can't meet NIP as a 5v5 unit. It's just not going to work at this point. So them looking for a pick, there's next year. He needs to be stepping up to maintain his spot, to maintain his position as a LPL starter. He certainly is doing that this game. NIP have broken open mid lane, they've broken open top lane, and now they're looking for just these last 2 Nexus turrets.
Team WE are running out of space. We have red-white guns on About, but there's only 1 turret left standing. You have to do something here. You have to find a way to get NIP out of your base. Hook goes down on the Monkey. He's in trouble.
Holy moly.
Look at Guwon patiently waiting, and NIP will hand Team WE their first game loss, and they're looking to maybe even hand them a match loss.
WE, the 20-minute curse of being able to come back regardless of circumstance.
Big team fights or pick comps. See if WE are able to make that happen. The final lock-in is going to be that Kiana. Not too surprised, but again, somebody has to be the facilitator for this team over on NIP, and it doesn't really look like they have to
be concerned about saving his teammates. He needs to be concerned about starting up these fights and giving them good entrances to actually punish as junglers for what feels like the billionth time. I think this is the 3rd game in a row where they just meet each other in the jungle at level 3.
Yeah, and NIP knew that was going to happen. Guwon's going to go over the wall, but a good follow here. Heal is Owl. Guwon getting knocked up. Monkey has to flash over the wall.
Awesome.
Awesome's gonna follow, looking to finish him off, and it's Zhuo the one who's getting first blood. Now About and Yao Yao have to fight hard. Good flash. was there. About is going to be able to find one. He's going to look for a little bit more. Zhuo with a big glitter lance, but Guwan's still alive.
The barrier!
There. Zhuo
The
goes
barrier!
down.
Triumph!
Oh my goodness! They get it done. Team WE's bot lane comes up huge.
It's the barrier, it's the triumph. About just doesn't die. NIP die in their own jungle, and WE get a massive fight win to start off this game. You have to try and rectify your error that you made, and now it's going to affect your bot lane. About is pushing up and doesn't have flash though, so this is a good angle for them to punish it.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna punish him for sure. Right over the wall. About has nowhere to go, and it's Guwan getting that kill.
The big pop-off factor on the Jinx in game number 2, so he needs a redemption game himself here as Guwan.
Well, when becomes laning, and because of the scout of the week, Guwan had to take a step back. Who's gonna get this kill? It's Monkey who picks that one up as Guwan now 1-2-1 has had a tough time in the early going.
Being put into this Yunara for essentially free.
Yeah, no TP either means that you just lose all of that. Now we do see NIP going after the grubs here. Obviously going to be a very big pickup for a guy like Awesome, who's a little bit shorter range, but any stray hit you're able to get on the turret, you're going to get a lot of value out of. And of course, Care in the side lane. You know, Azir with grubs, with Nashor's Tooth is very difficult to deal with as Hoya flashes away from the knockup.
Interesting. I feel like you are more than tanky enough to be able to take a slight tempo advantage over the Qiyana at the moment. You need to change that as NIP, so they're going for a fight.
But here's Yao Yao over the top. He's got the quickness available. Guwan's knockup is there. Spring to say his talent finds two. But there's that charm, and they're going to try to focus out Zhuo. Unleashed power is not enough. Teleport in from Hoya. Trying to protect this team. He's going to drop his ultimate down, but not get anywhere. But they're going to serve up Yao Yao on a silver platter. Care using that ultimate well. So NIP gets one back.
Really good angle there from Care. They managed to get the one kill, and I feel like definitely, it felt like NIP were going into overdrive and now Hoya, no flash. Okay, maybe it is relevant.
Okay, well, Hoya just goes down. Free money over to Karis. I'm sure he's happy with that.
Free kill for Guwan onto Karis. More gold for the Qiyana. Now, he might be looking for some more, but this is a Rek'Sai, so I don't know if it's going to be possible.
Oh, it looks like they are going to find him. He's going to use his ultimate, but he dies before it goes off. It's a fourth kill for Guwan. NIP not going to have any interest in that dragon. We'll go over to Team WE as their last quest has been completed. Now they're going to try to make a play on this bottom side. Zhuo already recalling, and everybody on NIP are out of the area, so it's just, all right, let's go ahead and take down this turret.
I mean, it's now going to be kind of a race here. Hoya should be
There's
able to
no
get
race.
the first turret. All right, yeah, there's no race. Never mind. Hoya's got it. So first turret going over to NIP now. I'm really interested to see what this Sion does, because although Hoya has not gotten any kills individually
for Guwan, so we don't have to give up mid control here. Guwan can just do it himself.
Yeah, I mean, Guwan gets the Herald. Now they're going to be able to use this in the future to knock down this mid lane or bot lane tier 1. WE, they want to start a fight so bad, but they have no idea where Guwan is, and without information on the Qiyana, it's super difficult. They finally get a lick of info.
There's that Sion ultimate. It's going to split up Karis from the rest of the team. He's going to have to get away very quickly. Good sidestep, but the rest of the team has shown up. Scout of the week knocks two away. He says, Cube, help me, brother. So here we go. Guwan and Care have to try to get out. Sabrina's play talent lands, but Monkey is there, but he gets hit by the Emperor's Divine, and Zhuo closes out the kill. Now About over the wall, looking for more flashes forward. Really wants to take him out. Yao Yao trying to get close as well, as Care stuck between a rock and a hard place. Flashes over the wall, and NIP lose no one. I'm with you on that one, Quacks. Now, one thing to note is there are a lot of flashes down. Knockup is there, as we might see a fight. Yao Yao is just dead. Monkey's in trouble too. He's gonna heal up as best he can. Just trying to keep everybody out, but the kill ends up going over to Awesome from downtown. Hoya is able to tank up that turret. It is another successful play for NIP.
And you know the quote by Expeke, he's too tanky. There's a word I can't say on broadcast, but Hoya is legitimately so unkillable in this game.
For WE to handle.
You can see that WE kind of understand the situation that they're in right now. They were looking for a dive onto Hoya, but very quickly realized that it just was not going to work for a pick. Maybe they'll find one onto About here, as this Yunar does have flash, so can react.
Oh, that's a big problem.
Yeah,
Can't react
nope!
if you can't see it. You're dead. About as Guwon picks up number 5. Some resources into Hoya. Not really do that much damage as the solo laners continue to split push.
I mean, Hoya's shield barely got broken there as Dragon is coming up, and you can see that About is looking to just try and target it, stall them out, but Care has teleported. All right, NIP looking for the fight.
Team WE getting this Dragon down to about 3,000, but they're so split. NIP looking much more together. Monkey goes in, but it's only him, Cube, and About on the other side. Care walls off the other members. About will fall. Monkey will fall. It's a double kill for Awesome.
And with no jungler, doesn't matter. They're actually going to go for the Baron. They don't have Guwon here.
To pump our damage numbers onto Hoya, I guess, because it's not really much of anything that's actually happening. As NIP are now looking to corral Team WE on this top side.
It's kind of a long con, but Cube has a flank here. I mean, if Team WE can look for a fight starter, he is seen on the wards, but still, I feel like NIP are just really afraid to pull the trigger here. They're quite far ahead in this game, but they're sacking side lanes at the current moment. I mean, Cube is able to push in as this Rek'Sai with essentially impunity because there isn't really anyone on the NIP side that can deal with him. And this is
Here's Yao Yao, but the wild growth. Yao Yao can only get onto one member and it's Care, but he's just fine. Emperor's Divide about gets to the backline, but can't kill Awesome. The knockup's onto Karis, and Hoya will drop his ultimate. They find Yao Yao. Next knockup onto Cube. And it's just dominoes because they're knocking down member after member after member of Team WE. A triple kill for Awesome and a Baron for NIP.
NIP going to claim their reward here. Dragon Soul point be damned. They find the fight win. Awesome living with just a little bit of HP, but it is enough to make the difference. Every member of the Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Certainly looking like it, Quacks. We're in the miracle stage for Team WE at this point. We talked about how they scale pretty well, but NIP just scales harder, and everybody has a gold lead for NIP. Even Hoya's up about 100 gold.
I feel like that's an option.
Yao Yao used his ghost just in case he was able to see an angle, but it's not the case. He's going to swap over to Exhaust. That's going to be important in this fight. Team WE are running out of time. That bottom inhibitor taken out. But Hoya also just gets the front line like this. So don't think it matters all that much.
NIP slowly closing their grip around this game, but not going to fully choke the life out of WE in the last 5 minutes, Yanni. So it's just more demoralization on the side of Team WE.
Game and make plays, and he has just been denied it every single turn. I think that even if he's able to find a big one this time, it might not matter. We're going to see a fight break out. Here we go. He finds a couple of members, knock up on the side as well. About's over the wall. We're free hitting, but it just doesn't matter. The wallet difference is just too strong. Zhuo will live on the backside on top of it. Team WE can hold a candle to NIP in this game. No Baron needed. 19 kills to 6. And NIP will continue their undefeated run. It's only been their second match while they hand Team WE their first loss of the Perseverance.
Yup, Team WE showing mortality in this series, going down as the Ninjas in Pyjamas, the full rebuild, new students to the dojo, end up kicking Team WE right in the face.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.